Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Power Rankings. It's week 2. I'm your commissioner, Nick. It's overreaction week here in Bad Company. We're going to overreact to everything we saw in the NFL and in Bad Company this past weekend, including the Chiefs not making the playoffs, Josh Allen maybe throwing 50 interceptions, Puka Nacua being Cooper Kupp 2.0, and who knows, Jerry could go undefeated in fantasy this year. I gotta be honest, I'm coming off a bad weekend. Obviously, the Bills played embarrassingly bad Monday night. My fantasy team was even worse this past weekend, so vibes are kind of low, but I got a great show in store for you guys today. Let's get into it. We got the rankings, my picks, and the game of the week. Without further ado, let's get into those rankings.
Number 12. Soulja Beans. Beans drops to the basement this week after his team played worse than diarrhea on an airplane. In fact, Geno Smith found out how bad this team was doing mid-game and yelled, "Oh my god!" Gotta throw away the tape from this matchup and move on to next week against When Legends Rise. Number 11. The Gibbs that keeps on gibbing. My team comes in at number 11 and is lucky that Soulja Beans played that bad because I was ready to put my team in the basement after what I saw from my guys. Justin Sufficient Fields looked like a rookie again with his performance, and Josh Jacobs played like a bum. You better believe I've got the guys running this week after this unacceptable week 1 performance. Number 10. River Riley. Riley's team moves up a couple spots after losing a slightly more respectable game this week to Harambe. Dallas Go Eat Dirt put up a goose egg at the tight end position, and Josh Allen threw the game away with 4 turnovers on Monday Night Football. So sad. Riley's team, we still have an uphill battle to climb up further in these rankings. Let's get to it. Number 9. Team Never Lucky. The reigning, defending, undisputed, most injured team in the league, Dan, drops 1 spot in the rankings after suffering another injury. In an actually sad case, J.K. Dobbins, or I.R. Dobbins, suffered a torn Achilles and his career is likely over. And speaking of likely, Isaiah, unlikely to score points, couldn't replace Kelsey's production at tight end. And T. Hidden couldn't be found on the field at all this week as he put up 0 points. Dan's got a lot of work to do here. Number 8. Borat Revenge Tour. Hunter's team moves up to number 8 despite falling to 0-1 on the season. The team was competitive thanks to Aaron Jones' Greg Jennings touchdown with a broken leg impression. Chris Olave and Devonta Smith also played well, but it wasn't enough as the Cowboys defense only allowed Danny Dimes 0.8 points. Number 7. Poppy's prized possession. Brophy's team comes in at number 7 after falling short against Brad this week. Lamar Jackson was a bust this week, only putting up 3 points, and Fassad White inefficiently rushed for 39 yards on 17 attempts. Meanwhile, old-timers Cooper Kupp, Brandon Cooks, and Adam Thielen enjoyed their Sunday at the bingo hall with Poppy and their fellow old people. Oh. Number 6. Got that dog in him. Luke's team drops 2 spots in the rankings despite winning his week 1 matchup against Beans. Christian McCaffrey got off to a hot start, scoring nearly 26 points. Deshaun Watson and Keenan Allen also had respectable performances to seal the deal. Not much else to report here for our reigning co-champion. Let's see how he does this week. Number 5. Quantum Cheeseburger. Let me talk to ya. Jerry's team steamrolled Dan to victory this week, putting up the most points in the league. Tyreek Thrill led the way, assaulting the Chargers defense on the way to 44.5 points. Mike Stairway to Evans also found the end zone, putting up 18.6 points. However, is there a QB controversy on this team? Tua outscored Mahomes by nearly 10 points in week 1. And if that happens again, people are really going to start talking, with everybody saying, Quantum Cheeseburger, yeah! Number 4. Big Chubs. Brad's team defeated Brophy this week, but falls a couple spots in the rankings. Riddle me this, riddle me that, who's afraid of the Jaguar cat? As Calvin Ridley silenced the critics with his 24-point performance. He's proved me wrong so far. Awesome Eckler had a strong game per usual. Just gotta hope his ankle injury isn't serious. But Brad currently has the highest chances to make the playoffs. Number 3. When legends rise, Frank's team picked up a big win versus Hunter thanks to the Cowboys' blowout win on Sunday Night Football. Tony Pollard and the Cowboys defense combined for 4 touchdowns and 57 points to complete a miraculous comeback. However, before that game, things were looking bleak as No Burrow had a putrid 1.9 point game and the rest of the offense was mediocre at best. That's why Frank drops out of the top spot. Number 2. The process. Ryan's team moves up 3 spots in the rankings with an impressive Week 1 outing in which he put up 127 points. His Lions stack of Goff and St. Brown got things going early, combining for nearly 35 points, while just him, Jefferson, had a cute little 24-point game without even scoring a touchdown. Big test this week coming up against Oliver. And speaking of Oliver, number 1, Harambe forever. Oliver is the new king of the castle this week after moving up 2 spots with a big win to start the season. Oliver's Jaguars led the way as Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne combined for over 40 points. Bijan Mustardson added some sauce to the matchup, scoring a touchdown and 20 points in his NFL debut. ESPN gives this team about a 72% chance to make the playoffs, but I'm not afraid to say he's 100% making it. And now let's take a look at our Week 2 matchup. Here are my picks. Last week I went 4-2. In our first game, we've got the Gibbs that keeps on gibbing. That's my team taking on Dan, who's a surprising 3.5-point favorite. But I'm rolling with my guys. I got to give them another chance. In our next matchup, it's River Riley taking on Got That Dog in Him. Luke's team's a 6-point favorite, and I'm going to take Luke's team again. Sorry, Riley, you're going to be 0-2. In our next matchup, surprisingly not the game of the week, it's Quantum Cheeseburger taking on Poppy's Prized Possession in the Battle of Keo 130. These former roommates are going head-to-head. Jerry enters as a 9.6-point favorite, and quite frankly, he's owned Brophy the last year or two in terms of who's been the better team in fantasy. That's why this isn't the game of the week. It's undisputed. Quantum Cheeseburger's been the better team, and I'm taking him to win this matchup. Yeah! Soulja Beans taking on When Legends Rise. My dad's team enters as a 9.4-point favorite, and I think after he crushes Beans this week, he's going to move up the rankings yet again. In our last matchup, it's Big Chubbs taking on Borat Revenge Tour. Brad versus Hunter, another potential Game of the Week candidate. These two GMs just don't see eye to eye when it comes to fantasy, but Brad enters as an 11-point favorite in this matchup, and Hunter's team is just not that good this year. I'm rolling with Brad to win here, and let's move on to our Game of the Week. We've got Harambe Forever taking on The Process, and this is one of Bad Company's oldest rivalries, as these two teams have matched up 18 times in the past 9 years, in which they've gone 500 at 9-9, and everybody knows the crucial Game 19 is the most important matchup to win. These two teams have also met in the finals twice, back in 2014 and 2021, in which Ryan won the first matchup and Oliver won the second. These two former champions both enter the year at 1-0, but Oliver's defeated Ryan 3 times in a row entering this matchup. But I bet against Ryan last week, and I'm not going to do it again. I'm taking The Process to win the Game of the Week. And that's all I've got for you guys this week. Thanks so much for watching, and good luck.